As far as I know, I'm no better than anybody else here.
Being accepted into the honors program was a big factor in my choice to come to Eastern. It really helped me pay for college because I was actually going to go to a community college until I got accepted into the honors program. And it was also a great opportunity for me to take some courses that I knew would challenge me. So it was a big influence in my choice to come here.
I think it just puts me a notch above everyone that's not in the honors program, because they can say, yeah, sure, I went to Eastern, sure, I kept a pretty high GPA, but if it comes down to me and another kid who's just like me, that honors status is just going to boost me up a little bit more.
I'm Maureen McDonald and I'm one of the council members in honors. So I do mentoring for students when they approach me for the thesis. Then I'm also the second reader for about 4 students this spring. The honors application process has gone through a couple of changes during the 3 or 4 years that I've been on the program. There's a written portion where we get the students' SAT information, GPA, particular things that are noteworthy about the student. And then there's also an essay that the students submit that we've talked about a fair amount, and then a couple letters of recommendation that we look at also.
It's been pretty good. Everyone in high school was like, your college teachers won't care about you. If you sleep through classes, it doesn't matter. You don't have to do homework. So far, I haven't experienced that at all. All my teachers have an attendance policy. I've gone to every single class and I get homework in all of them. They grade the homework. So far it's been the exact opposite of what everyone said, but they're right about it being the best time of your life because I'm having a blast so far.
If a student at any time in their career here at Eastern fails to meet some of the requirements in the program, they're not shut out of the program automatically. We have a director of the honors program who works very closely with the students and will work with them to actually either bring their GPA up or get them back on track with their honors thesis. And if they continue to not meet the standards, then they'll be asked to withdraw from the honors program. Even then, with the director, there are ways to get back into the program if you meet certain standards.
The biggest thing that led to my removal was I didn't have the GPA. I think I needed a 3.4 to be in the program as a junior, and I had a 3.35. That on its own wasn't enough to put me on academic probation, within the program academic probation. But because I was on academic probation from the previous semester, they gave me that semester to try to get my grades back up. I didn't get my grades back up, so I was removed from the program. And then went through my courses required and everything, and because I got kicked out of the honors program, I could graduate in 3 years. Every cloud has a silver lining. I got kicked out of the program, but I can graduate in 3 years. So even though I did lose the scholarship, which that's the biggest thing for me, is losing the money, I'm ending up saving $11,000 by graduating a year early.
The honors program was an overall great experience. With every class, with every project, there's always going to be stressful times, but this really prepared me for the outside world. But most importantly, the friends that I made, the things that we did together. We have our own honors house, and just be able to go there, and we had our meetings, but we also had a Halloween party, and it was just nice to get away from everything on campus and just be with your friends. It was great.
I'm really happy that I chose to join the honors program. It's given me a lot of opportunities that I don't think I would have had otherwise. Writing a thesis has been such a challenge, but I know when I finish it, it's going to be a great accomplishment, and it's really going to help me in my future going to grad school. I've also made a lot of great friends. One of my best friends is still someone that I met when I came in as a freshman that was in the honors program. And just a lot of connections, and it gave me a good bonding experience to have these other people in the honors program that were going through the same things that I was going through, and they're going to be my lifelong friends.
It also really promotes a stereotype and a culture, I feel, of the honors kids being better than everybody else. But the stereotype that honors kids are better than others, it's just not true. I mean, life isn't all about academics. I'd put money down that a lot more kids are going to be successful than some of the honors kids, just because they're just different kids. The honors kids think they're better than everybody else because they've been catered to all high school, even in some middle school, elementary schools, and it's continuing until through college.
Students who are admitted into the honors program have been admitted because they have demonstrated academic success that in general is higher than that of their peers. And I would probably say that the average GPA of people in the honors program is higher than the average GPA of the student population. But I think it goes a little too far saying that they're better than the average students for several reasons. Number one, your academic success is just one measure of how people are better than other people. Second of all, there are a large number of students that I deal with in the general group of students at Eastern who are academically just as sound as those in the honors program.
I think that there's a big misconception with honor students. A lot of people kind of think honor students are just gonna be geeks kind of and not really be social or have a lot of friends, which isn't true. I think sometimes we get a bad rep on campus, also for sticking to ourselves and kind of just being, oh, that's the honors program, like they're a little group over there that doesn't want to associate with anyone else, which isn't the truth either.
But for some kids, the program did help them. I know a couple kids that probably would be pretty lonely right now if they didn't have the honors program. And I'm not even talking about the lower class, which I hear is just, I mean, during the sleepover, I pretty much left. I was just like, I'm getting out of here. I don't really feel like dealing with these kids. But according to kids that are still in the program, in the grade above us who go to some of the meetings, a lot of the younger kids are still they're just stereotypical honors kids who think they're better than everybody else, and I don't know, I think it really hurts the program.
The honors program has helped me today by really showing me that anything that I want to do, any challenge that I'm given, I can really complete it. And it may be difficult and it may be time consuming, but learning how to go through those processes and think about stuff a little bit different, think outside the box, really helps me complete any task that I need to do.
The downsides of being in the honors program are that it can be stressful at times. Doing a thesis is a lot of work, and some of the courses people have found to be a little more difficult than other courses. But in the end, it pays off, and you feel really accomplished after you do all of it.
If I was to start college over again, I would absolutely hands down do the honors program again. It was challenging and it was rewarding, and the friends that I made now, I wouldn't change it for the world.